The Goblin's Treasure. Long, long ago, there lived a kind-hearted man who knew very little about the world. His parents worried about him all the time. What will happen to our son after we're gone? So one day, they sent him out into the world to learn how to live on his own. Carrying only a small bag, the man set off on a journey. After walking through the mountains for a long time, night fell and he found an old house where he could rest. But little did he know, the house belonged to a goblin. A frightening-looking goblin appeared and said, "Live with me for an year." The man was terrified, but he had no way to escape. So he stayed with the goblin for an entire year. 1 year later, the goblin gave him a magical cloth.
This is a cloth that produces rice when you clap your hands.
The man clapped. Clap! To his surprise, white rice poured out in great heaps. Overjoyed, the man headed home. But along the way, he stayed at a small inn. The innkeeper noticed how carefully the man guarded the cloth. That night, while the man was asleep, the greedy innkeeper secretly switched it with an ordinary cloth. When the man finally returned home, he proudly spread the cloth before his parents and clapped. Clap! But nothing happened. His parents let out a deep sigh.
You still know so little about the world.
The man returned to the goblin once again. This time, the goblin gave him a hen that laid golden eggs. The man happily started home, but the greedy innkeeper was up to his old tricks again. He secretly swapped the magical hen for an ordinary one. Once again, things did not go as he expected, so he went back to the goblin for a third time. This time, the goblin looked angry. He handed the man a magical stick.
This stick punishes bad people.
That night, the greedy innkeeper once again tried to steal from the man. The moment he touched the stick, whoosh! The stick flew into the air and started chasing the greedy innkeeper, whacking him again and again. Ouch! Please stop! Oh, I'm sorry! I was wrong! The innkeeper cried. At last, he returned the magical cloth and the hen that laid golden eggs. The man gathered his treasures and returned home. He lived happily with his parents for many years, and along the way, he finally learned how the world worked. The end!